An Air India flight from Chicago to Delhi returned to Chicago after being airborne for more than 10 hours, with the airline saying the return was due to technical issue. However, a source aware of the development told a news agency that the aircraft had to return as many of the lavatories were clogged. The flight was operated with a Boeing 777-337ER aircraft and returned to Chicago's ORD airport after being airborne for over 10 hours. There are 10 lavatories on the aircraft, including 2 for the first-class passengers in the Boeing 777-300ER aircraft operated by Air India and has little over 340 seats, including first, business and economy class seats. The source also said that only one lavatory was functional. My colleague Shriya Kundu is joining us live on the broadcast early this morning. Shriya, very good morning to you. Please walk us through what exactly went wrong on the aircraft. Why was it returned back to the airbase?
Absolutely, Sakshi. Well, Boeing 777-337ER aircraft, that is flight AI-126. This is the particular flight that we are speaking of. So basically, this flight was bound to Delhi from Chicago. However, after being airborne for 10 hours, they had to make a return to the O'Hare airport at Chicago itself. Now, what exactly happened? Initially, the air staff, the cabin crew itself, had said that there was some technical issue for which they were meandering in the air for almost 10 hours. But it was later on that sources came to reveal that multiple lavatories in this very aircraft were clogged. Now, we're speaking of an airline which has recently already been facing a lot of heat from ministers as well, from spokespersons, political party leaders, including Shivraj Singh Chauhan, as well as much more recently we had seen Jaiveer Shairgil also coming out to tweet on Air India itself. Now, what seems to be the problem? There seems to be complaints with regards to customer staff. There seems to be complaints with regards to broken seats. So there is clearly a lack of management. There is clearly a situation of negligence that is being highlighted time and again, that this airline that is now owned by the Tata Group needs to take into account. While all the passengers in that flight, while they went back to Chicago, they were provided with accommodations for the inconvenience that was caused. But definitely, that does not make up for the entire situation that came to being, and from the very fact that they didn't even inform the passengers as to what exactly went down. Because, you know, when you're airborne for 10 hours and then passengers don't even know particularly what exactly has gone down wrong in the aircraft, there seems to be a sense of panic that creeps in, that if there is a technical issue, how will they be landing? So under such circumstances, keeping the passengers in the dark as well doesn't come off too well for this particular airline. So Air India has been facing a lot of heat over the last couple of months, as we see, and in this very recent episode we have seen that this entire flight full of passengers had to be returned to the very airbase at Chicago itself, from where they were flying to Delhi after being airborne for 10 hours, for the simple reason that multiple of their lavatories were in fact clogged. Now, what exactly caused the clog? Why were these checks not done right before the plane in fact left the airbase? These are questions that need to be answered by the airlines as they're being held accountable at this given point.